This question is asking for us to find the exact value of each of the following. For each part, use a triangle or note the range of the arc function. And so basically, don't use your calculator, because a lot of times you will, in the future, you will need to actually able to compute this on your own. The first one is not too bad, though. It's asking to find arctan of tan of 4 pi third. And so basically, what is happening is that I can compute the tan of 4 pi third, arctan, and let's compute the inside. Tan of pi third, let me think. If I go back to the table, I remember this is going to be square root of 3 over 2 over 1/2. And that's square root of 3. For 4 pi third, because 4 pi third is in the third quadrant, therefore this is going to be actually a positive value, and I don't have to add this negative sign in here. Now, what is arctan of square root of 3? I have to think about an angle in the first or fourth quadrant, right? Range of arctan is negative pi half and pi half. And because it's positive, it's going to be actually in the first quadrant. And it will share the same denominator as that. And in the first quadrant is this. Over here, cosine of arccosine of this value. So basically, whatever I get out of this theta, I know that cosine of theta is going to be negative square root of 3 over 2. I have to compute the cosine of that, and therefore I don't really need to use a triangle for this. It's just remembering that I'm computing cosine of theta such that then theta is an angle whose cosine is negative square root of 3 over 2. So I can put that over here comfortably. Now, if I was going to find the sine of theta, if it was switched to this problem instead, then I would have to basically get rid of the negative sign and find the angle t, the reference angle t, such that cosine of t is square root of 3 over 2. So this is t. And I have, let's say, cosine is over here, square root of 3 over 2 and 1. And then solve through Pythagorean theorem, and you get a 1/2 over here. And then you know that sine of t is going to be 1/2. And then cosine of theta being negative square root of 3 over 2, and theta being the range of arccosine, which range of arccosine is 0 and pi. So theta being in there, sine is going to be a positive value. Therefore, sine of theta is 1/2. So this part of the answer is 1/2. And then what is remaining is to find tan of arccosine of x. So this angle, every time output of arc function should be considered theta. Theta is an angle whose cosine is x. Draw a triangle because it's asking for the tangent of theta. And so theta x equal, x is on the is adjacent over 1 in a right triangle. Therefore, solve for this side. Remember the opposite is going to be basically opposite to power 2 plus x squared equal to 1. So opposite is square root of 1 minus x squared. And therefore, sine of theta is square root of 1 minus x squared over 1. And I can replace it back into here as